Welcome to Tzu Chi This Week. I'm Siri Su. Thank you for joining us. Coming up, Tzu Chi volunteers in Jordan and Canada extend their assistance to refugees by providing concrete and spiritual support. A bishop from the Vatican traveled to Hualien to visit Master Cheng Yen to discuss possible cooperation between the Church and Tzu Chi. We'll look at how the Dharma masters at the Jing Si Abode turn remnants of meals into compost and enzyme cleaners. In Jordan, Tzu Chi volunteers have been extending their assistance to Syrian refugees who have fled their hometowns. In Rentha, they recently helped a refugee child, Lana, who's hearing impaired. In addition, the volunteers also helped another refugee child go through the 7th surgery for her broken leg.
For 3.5 years, Ratag has suffered with a fractured leg. During her delivery, doctors in Syria were startled by the sound of explosions and accidentally broke her leg. Ratag then went through 6 unsuccessful surgeries before her family met Tzu Chi volunteers in Jordan. Fortunately, Tzu Chi volunteers have asked a Syrian doctor to conduct the 7th surgery on Ratag. Although changing dressings is a painful experience for Ratag, Tzu Chi volunteers and Ratag's parents know that she is on her way to recovery. Meanwhile, another refugee child, Lana, suffered from hearing impairment due to explosions in Syria. Since her family fled to Jordan, Lana received a hearing aid and has learned to listen, speak, read, and write, all in the past 2 years.
Tzu Chi volunteers have cared for us for more than 2 years. Since we met the volunteers, you have been helping my family with compassion. You make me feel that Tzu Chi is my second home and you're my family.
بهالسنتين حسستوني انه يعني انتوا اهل يعني اهل مو بدي اقول اهل الثانيين لا اهلي مع اهلي يعني.
Lana and her mother, who are immigrating to Canada, have received much-needed assistance in Jordan from Tzu Chi volunteers and are grateful they have joined this big family of Tzu Chi.
Goodbye. Yeah.
In Canada, every year over 200,000 immigrants arrive seeking residence. Refugees that arrive here will face many challenges in adapting to society. Tzu Chi volunteers in Toronto recently reached out to several refugee families who arrive with nothing but each other. This refugee family isn't sure what to make of these Tzu Chi volunteers when they first arrive. The daughters stay at their mother's side, listening to the volunteers explain Tzu Chi's mission. This volunteer explains that Tzu Chi is helping people in need in Jordan and all over the world. Former Syrian refugee Havik also joins the home visit. He came to Canada 10 years ago and now uses his experience to gain the trust of refugee families and help ease their anxieties.
It's not easy. I understand their feelings, and it's always good to talk to these families. They just need to, for some people, I guess, or an individual, to share some experiences so they can feel more comfortable and confident of the future.
In preparation to meet the needs of this family, Tzu Chi volunteers were busy behind the scenes gathering second-hand goods. Volunteers prepared some Syrian food items, kitchen utensils, and blankets to help the family feel at ease. In addition, volunteers also made sure they had chairs and beds in their new home so they wouldn't be sleeping on the floor.
Every time I was with the families and tried to encourage these families, and I just left from one of the families, and the mother said every time she sees me, she gets the hope. She feels very confident that there is a hope and there is a better life.
The daughters of this family smile when they receive these backpacks stuffed with school supplies courtesy of volunteers. Long after volunteers have supplied this family with relief goods, volunteers will keep offering support in hopes that they will thrive here and overcome the trauma of their flight as war refugees. A bishop from the Vatican recently came to visit the Jing Si Abode in Hualien for a discussion with Master Cheng Yen. The bishop also invited Tzu Chi to come participate in a conference promoting dialogue between Catholicism and Buddhism scheduled for next year.
In order to promote and plan for a cross-religious conference scheduled for next year, Catholic Bishop Thomas Menui de Brer arrived from the Vatican to discuss possible cooperation between the Church and Tzu Chi. Many Catholics residing in Taiwan were also present at the Jing Si Abode to seek audience with Master Cheng Yen.
And we are very impressed by the works of charity, the works of mercy, the works of service that your foundation is doing all over the world. So when we know each other, then we can work better for peace and harmony in the world.
Lasting nearly an hour, all parties were satisfied with the shared discussion. Master Cheng Yen stated that she supports the Church as a force of love in the world, and that she supports cooperation and exchange.
我们的虽然宗教名称不一样，其实实质都是一样的。我们大家共同努力的合作呢，同样是为天下苦难的人来付出。所以今年的梵蒂冈的慈悲年呐，真好，期待呢，我们大家不管是博爱大爱呢，合而为一，叫做慈悲呀。
After accepting gifts delivered on behalf of the Pope, the abode prepared a pair of symbolic lamps and items in commemoration of Tzu Chi's 50th anniversary.
这是麻烦这带回梵蒂冈送给教宗的。
Forging bonds of love for the sake of harmony in the world, Buddhists and Catholics alike both pray for a more peaceful world.
On February 18th, a group from South Korea's Buddhist Truth Network traveled to the Jing Si Abode in Hualien, where they had an audience with Master Cheng Yen. The CEO of BTN, Bonoku, was deeply moved to learn about the history and the principles upon which Tzu Chi was founded.
At 9 in the morning, here at the Jing Si Abode in Hualien, Master Cheng Yen received guests from the Korean Buddhist TV station Buddhist True Network.
In Korea now, there are actually many Buddhists that have heard of Master Cheng Yen and the activities of Tzu Chi.
Having thoroughly understood Tzu Chi's history and Da'ai TV's founding principles, the guest asked the master for advice on how BTN can better play its role as a TV station.
期待就是把社会国际间爱的能量都可以让更多人了解，这都是净化人心也是带动爱的能量，这是佛教与社会的精神与责任，这个是大爱台呢很用心在推动的。
Inspired by Master Cheng Yen's message of love, BTN is also making donations to help southern Taiwan recover from the recent tremor.
The Master advised us to spread the message of love and to report truthfully to right our wrongs. We shall strive to do this in Korea at BTN so as to spread the Buddhist message all over the world and bring peace to mankind.
In different countries speaking different languages, the heart of the Buddhist message remains the same. With future cooperation, BTN and Da'ai TV will be a force of love and compassion in news media, working to make the world a more peaceful and beautiful place.
Before their visit to the Jing Si Abode, the visitors from Korea mentioned in our previous report went to visit the Recycling Education Center in Neihu, as well as Da'ai TV studios in Gwandu. Let's take a look.
14 representatives from South Korea's Buddhist True Network made a visit to the Da'ai TV studios to learn more about Tzu Chi's humanistic culture.
After visiting Da'ai Technology and the Recycling Center in Neihu firsthand, they were thoroughly surprised. They said that it's no wonder why everyone always has such good things to say about Tzu Chi.
After first encountering one another at an international film festival, a cooperative relationship developed between Da'ai TV and BTN, which led to Korean versions of some of Da'ai TV's programs.
So this is This is the one that we're broadcasting right now. It's Master Cheng Yen's story.
Since BTN is the only Buddhist television network in South Korea, they were very curious about the equipment and software that Da'ai TV is using here in Taiwan.
这边这5楼是我们这栋大楼的中枢系统。
那一个 channel 是什么样？
备用的。
The group also stopped by the Da'ai TV news department to say hello to the crew.
欢迎欢迎。
我们的韩国国家电视台的这个总经理。
哇，是兄弟们。
在这个看完电视台里头从来没有做过，真的。
공중파로서 이렇게 크게.
Da'ai TV is really impressive, and Tzu Chi has such great aspirations. I am very moved and very happy. I think there are so many things that we can learn from each other.
After this visit and our exchange, I'm really positive about future cooperation. Besides just exchanging some broadcasts, I think we can even cooperate on producing new programs to spread the Buddhist message to as many people as possible. I look forward to the new chemistry sparked by such collaborations.
This auspicious visit may be the beginning of a great partnership between Da'ai TV and BTN and is sure to have wonderful results.
Created as an innovative disaster relief solution, the Jing Si folding bed has won the recognition of many international awards, including the Red Dot Design Award. Recently, the packaging of the Jing Si folding bed has also won the 2016 IF Packaging Design Award.
Two of the innovations the Tzu Chi Foundation has come up with to better help disaster victims have been recognized by the 2016 IF Design Award. The Jing Si folding bed, which has been honored in many international design competitions, has provided rescue workers and the residents affected by the February 6th earthquake in Taiwan the comfort of sleeping on beds despite being away from home. Its packaging with the sleep box and wheel design has won the 2016 IF Packaging Design Award. In addition, the Jing Si foldable disaster housing has also been selected as the 2016 IF Product Design Award winner. The Jing Si foldable disaster housing is made with flame retardant polypropylene that covers a tent, forming air layer in between to serve as an insulator. Resistant to rain and wind, it can be set up in 7 minutes. Folded, this prefabricated house is only 10 centimeters thick, and 100 of them can fit in a 40-foot container. 100 Jing Si foldable disaster housing can be set up in an area as large as 1,300 square meters, offering shelter to disaster victims or rescue workers.
At the Jing Si Abode in Hualien, as people went sightseeing to enjoy their Chinese New Year holiday, the number of visitors that dine at the abode also increased. Let's see how those working in the kitchen kept things clean and tidy.
These are some of the remnants of meals eaten here. However, at the Jing Si Abode, even leftover vegetables and fruit peels still have their use. Here, they are turned into natural and environmental friendly enzyme.
For the first month, you have to open it up each day and stir it well. Then for the next 2 or 3 months, you shouldn't move it at all so that it can ferment. Then when 3 months are up, we want to filter it and collect it. The leftover pulp will become fertilizer.
The natural cleaning solution used in the abode is produced using this method. Avoiding wastefulness, the abode strives to cherish every leaf and every drop that nature provides. For this elderly gentleman, visiting the abode is something he looks forward to every year. This is veteran songwriter Zhuang Nu, who is 95. Today he meets his friend Wang Yuyuan, who is 90 and has come all the way from Beijing, China.
我们1年看1次喽。
我跟着您开心。
对呀。
你们2个都是88岁，什么时候受证？1个宝，2个宝。
These two gentlemen have grown old in Tzu Chi's family, but they still remain young at heart.
To celebrate Chinese New Year, Tzu Chi volunteers in Vancouver and Surrey brought the festivities of the holiday to some nursing homes so that the elderly residents could also enjoy this Chinese holiday.
This nursing home in Vancouver, Canada, is filled with decorations for Chinese New Year. Special dishes to fit the occasion are also lined up on the table.
And here we wish everybody have a happy New Year and healthy and wealthy and good luck.
Tzu Chi volunteers also go to a UBC hospital affiliated nursing home to spread some holiday joy. Through traditional performances, they present the beauty of Oriental culture.
Taiwanese, we say Ho Cai Tao, that means good luck. Yeah, we wish have a new year, have a good luck.
Each New Year dish has a special meaning, though the residents may not fully understand them. It is really the thoughts that count.
Pingo, that means Ping Ping An An, that's very peaceful in the new year.
At this nursing home in Surrey, young people always join Tzu Chi volunteers' routine visits on special occasions.
想让你看一下、见识一下，说我在这边做了些什么事情。
I want my kid to see what I've been doing here. He can also learn how to serve the elderly and how to give back to society.
说服务老人，你要知道怎么回馈社会。
If I am with people younger than me, I'll feel I'm as young as them.
The music performance by these young people allows the elderly to open their eyes and experience the friendliness and warmth of the Chinese New Year.
In Malaysia, Tzu Chi volunteers invited aid recipients to celebrate the Chinese New Year together. Some Indian aid recipients also enjoy holiday festivities at this event.
In Kota Tinggi, Malaysia, Tzu Chi volunteers have invited Indian aid recipients to celebrate the Chinese New Year together. Somajiswari is preparing Indian food.
I am happy that Tzu Chi gave my kids tuition aid so they can go to school.
Sithra and her husband are also busy making Indian food for the get-together as a way to express their gratitude.
I want to celebrate this special occasion together. Tzu Chi has helped me before, so I want to repay.
Though they are Indian, they can still feel the abundant festivity. And with each passing year, so does the gratitude in their hearts grow.
I often tell my sons that we must thank Tzu Chi and never forget their kindness.
In Sangye Patterning Kedah, it's the second year that Tzu Chi volunteers held a gathering in this Tamil primary school. Students there presented a story on the neon lamp to express their gratitude towards their parents, and their parents were deeply moved. It's hard to imagine the crime rate used to be high in this community, but with love and care, children have changed, and their parents have learned to give.
I save 10 cents every day. It'll be 3 ringgits a month. I had a hard life before.
At the gathering in Johor Bahru's Jinsu Hall, first-time participants Haichi and her parents would not have been here without Tzu Chi's help.
I'd feel dizzy, nauseous, and didn't have much of an appetite, but I still hung on.
Hai is lucky to have found a matching donor through Tzu Chi, and the family has a new wish this year.
I wish we have an opportunity to go to Taiwan to thank my daughter's donor.
With gratitude and best wishes, all welcome the new year with joy.
In Taiwan, the Hualien Prison and Hualien Detention Center work together with Tzu Chi volunteers to hold family reunion events for the inmates before the Chinese New Year.
In Taiwan, Hualien Prison and Hualien Detention Center work together with Tzu Chi volunteers to hold family reunion events for inmates who can't go home for the Chinese New Year.
We hope that after receiving all the love and goodwill, the inmates will keep their promises to their families, start a new life, and take care of their families after their discharge.
Tzu Chi volunteers have prepared desserts and gifts for the inmates and their families, and talk with them to find out if they need any help in their daily lives.
If the inmates' families need help, we will intervene through our social service, so the inmates don't have to worry about their families. Their families can also rest assured that we will look after the inmates in the detention center.
I'm touched that they held this event for us. Our hearts are filled with warmth.
Outside the Hualien prison, Tzu Chi volunteers also set up a Chinese calligraphy stall and a painting stall to amuse the inmates' families, who are waiting to visit the inmates, so they can feel the joy of Chinese New Year.
In Free State, South Africa, Tzu Chi has set up a station to offer meals and sort recyclables for the communities in Hualien and Firitona. To celebrate its second anniversary, many local people attended a gathering to give their best wishes.
Girls perform a traditional dance of the basutu to show local women's diligence. Boys perform the gumboot dance, which depicts their forefathers' lives as miners in the past. But what impressed people the most is what this kid says. She's Monica. She knows many Jing Si aphorisms.
Okay.
Here is Free State, South Africa. The place is Tzu Chi's food offering and recycling station, set up for people in Hualien and Firitona. To celebrate its second anniversary, around 300 people attend the event. Kids here can easily recite Jing Si aphorisms and perform Tzu Chi songs in sign language. It shows that Tzu Chi's spirit and values have deeply influenced the people here.
My life has already changed. My life has changed for the better.
With Tzu Chi's love and care, local people's lives have changed and they have become spiritually rich.
In Taiwan, a former inmate was inspired by Tzu Chi volunteers while serving his sentence to change for the better and eventually join the ranks of volunteers upon his release. Since then, the 40-year-old Cao Zhaoliang has been visiting other inmates to share his own life experiences with them. Gao's efforts and transformation was recently recognized by the ROC Probation Association, which awarded him the ROC New Leaf Award. We'll leave you with these images. Thank you for joining us. See you next week.